KPBS On Demand is supported by Latino Legacy Foundation, presenting their Storyteller series, Reach for the Stars with Ellen Ochoa, the first Latina astronaut. Welcome Serenade by the all-female mariachi Amapolas, Sunday, June 29th. More at latinolegacyfoundation.org.
Good morning, I'm Debbie Cruz. It's Wednesday, November 1st. The San Diego City Auditor is suggesting ways to improve pedestrian safety. More on that next, but first, let's do the headlines. A federal judge blocked California's ban on gun shows at county fairs earlier this week. U.S. District Judge Mark Holcomb said the state was violating the rights of sellers and would-be buyers by prohibiting transactions for firearms that could be bought at any gun shop. The ruling halts the enforcement of two state laws, one that barred gun shows at the Orange County Fair and another that extended the law to fairgrounds on state-owned land. The state law prohibiting gun shows at the Del Mar Fairgrounds is not affected by the ruling. A new affordable housing project in San Isidro is opening tomorrow. The Melejo Village project will have 64 units for families experiencing homelessness. It's expected to have supportive services on site to keep residents secure and stable in their housing. All felony and misconduct charges have been dropped against UC San Diego academic workers in an ongoing dispute with the school's administration. 59 workers have been charged with disrupting a university alumni event in May, and 3 of them were later arrested for allegedly using chalk to deface campus property. They are members of the UAW, which negotiated a new contract with the UC last December. The academic workers claim the university has not kept to the agreement and continues to violate contract requirements. Administration officials have not made a statement on this latest development. From KPBS, you're listening to San Diego News Now. Stay with me for more of the local news you need.
KPBS On Demand is supported by UC San Diego's Art Power, presenting cellist Joshua Roman, performing from his album Immunity, alongside music by J.S. Bach and more. Sunday, June 22nd at UC San Diego's Epstein Family Amphitheater. Reserve your tickets at artpower.ucsd.edu.
Pedestrian deaths are on the rise in San Diego and across the country. Metro reporter Andrew Bowen says the San Diego City Auditor has some thoughts on improving pedestrian safety.
An audit report in 2016 faulted San Diego leaders for not using data to prioritize safety improvements at the most dangerous intersections. A recent follow-up report says the city is taking a more data-driven approach, but that funding for pedestrian safety projects is still inadequate. City Auditor Andy Hanau says the city keeps a list of such unfunded projects like crosswalks or streetlights.
There are well over 1,000 projects on that list, and in an average year they can do about 40 of them, which makes it even more important to take a data-driven approach and make sure that those 40 projects are really put in the areas where they'll have the biggest benefit.
The audit recommends the city create a new position to coordinate traffic safety efforts across multiple city departments. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.
This fall, students across California are starting to receive new resources and opportunities in their arts education. Almost a year ago, voters approved Prop 28, with guaranteed funding for programs like music, theater, and graphic design. Education reporter MG Perez tells us how that's helping children with special needs.
Take your hands, put them together, and then open them up.
Heather Gaunt is a visual arts teacher, introducing the concept of symmetry. Her hands-on lesson is essential for this classroom of children.
Halima, can you tell me what you are drawing today?
Sugar skull.
Sugar skull.
8-year-old Halima is deaf. She communicates with a personal computer device. An adult assistant types the words spoken to her so she can read them. She, in turn, types her responses that are announced by a digital voice.
Pink is color of love.
Pink is the color of love. Beautiful.
Halima is among dozens of other children who are deaf and hard of hearing at Lafayette Elementary in Claremont Mesa. The students who have special needs to communicate come to this campus from all over the county for services and their education. Gaunt is their arts teacher.
Draw a flower on the forehead. So I'm going to do the curve, almost like I'm doing a rainbow.
She's leading a lesson today in drawing colorful skulls honoring Día de los Muertos. There are ASL interpreters to support students who need it. Her classes also include students who can hear. They all have a creative instinct.
I love seeing additions. I love seeing things that I haven't put on mine.
Gaunt is a teacher with San Diego Unified's Visual and Performing Arts program known as VAPA.
You look for the word copy, and then you touch anywhere, and it says paste. And now
she is busier these days, traveling to multiple schools, and more often because of new funding from Proposition 28, the measure that guarantees about $1 billion in state money for arts programs and more teachers every year for every public school district. This is also about supporting the mental health of her students.
Ideas, frustrations, worries. So I think it's a benefit immediately. And the younger we get them into it, the sooner they realize that's part of them that becomes an important part of their life forever.
And that begins now for students who might not hear, but they can see. According to Annette Miner, who is a deaf adult service interpreter with the district, who has seen many success stories.
A lot of deaf kids, their visual acuity is really good. And so some of them are really, really good artists. We have a lot of kids here who it's amazing what they can produce.
San Diego Unified is committed to hiring many more arts teachers and holding the state accountable for maintaining the annual billion-dollar pipeline of funding.
The great thing about Prop 28 is voters passed it with a huge margin, 64.4%. The only way this goes away is if the voters vote it out.
Russ Sperling is the director of VAPA, talking about the commitment to students of every ability.
That's a big chunk of change and a lot of opportunities, and if we're not giving them an opportunity starting in kindergarten to work their way up and learn about the arts, then we're shortchanging them.
You could add circles. And then, of course, when you add your color, it's going to all come together.
For students like Halima, that's an invitation to keep growing and creating.
You like to draw animals?
Yes.
Tell me, what's your favorite animal to draw?
Ferrets and cats.
Ferrets and cats.
Ferrets and cats. Excellent.
MG Perez, KPBS News.
Coming up, what to do with a 460-pound pumpkin. We'll tell you just after the break.
KPBS On Demand is supported by UC San Diego's Art Power, presenting cellist Joshua Roman, performing from his album Immunity, alongside music by J.S. Bach and more. Sunday, June 22nd at UC San Diego's Epstein Family Amphitheater. Reserve your tickets at artpower.ucsd.edu.
Pedestrian tunnels near transit stations can be cold and dark, but the North County Transit District wants to change that. North County reporter Tanya Thorne says they're calling on artists to help out.
NCTD says public art is shown to improve safety and enhance spaces. That is why they're looking for artists to transform the pedestrian tunnel near the Oceanside Transit Station.
It's an environment that we're creating. It's just not concrete walls, but an opportunity to embrace the tunnel and give it some life.
That's Gumaro Escarcega with Main Street Oceanside, the organization leading the search for artists. NCTD and Main Street Oceanside partnered together to ensure the community is involved in the process of the art project along with the final selection. A grant of $144,000 was awarded to support the project from Caltrans. The funding will allow NCTD to pay for the artwork as well as security improvements to the tunnel. Applications for artists are expected to open in the spring. Tanya Thorne, KPBS News.
Pumpkin season is in full swing, and one North County family set out on a mission to have their gourd rise above the rest. Reporter Jacob Baer tells us about the Great Pumpkin of Escondido and its furry beneficiaries.
In Kristen and Jason Bush's Escondido backyard, their family set out to grow monster pumpkins a few years ago. They hadn't found much success until this year.
Third time's the charm. We got this 465-pounder. Pretty proud of it.
Because of its great size, the Bushes thought it should have a greater purpose. It's going to be donated to 2 bear cubs this Sunday at San Diego Humane Society's Ramona Wildlife Center. Angela Hernandez-Cusick is with the organization.
The bear cubs in particular, it's really good to give them enrichment that they can eat or tear apart. So a 460-pound pumpkin is actually going to be amazing to be able to provide to them.
The Ramona Wildlife Center accepts pumpkin donations of any size, as long as they're not carved or treated with pesticides. As for the Bushes, the plan is to grow an even bigger pumpkin in 2024 for next Halloween. Jacob Baer, KPBS News.
Día de los Muertos celebrations are underway. South Bay engagement producer Maria Elena Castellanos tells us how KPBS is celebrating with the community this year.
For many, November 1st marks the beginning of celebrations for Día de Muertos, or Day of the Dead. The holiday celebrates death, life, and memories of the departed. This year, KPBS is hosting a digital community ofrenda, or altar, where the community was able to submit memories celebrating loved ones who have passed away. More than 100 family members and friends were submitted, along with photos, videos, and audio clips. Like Renata Brandao. She submitted an ofrenda for her grandfather, Carlos Eurico Lima Brandao.
I have so many great memories with my grandpa, but one of my fondest memories is going to his house and having ice cream together. He would talk to us about our day. He made sure he called every single family member every day just to make sure they were okay. It's been 8 years since his passing. I want him to know I love him very much and that he's very missed.
Go to kpbs.org/Day of the Dead to explore our interactive altar with all the photos and memories submitted by community members. Maria Elena Castellanos, KPBS News.
That's it for the podcast today. As always, you can find more San Diego news online at kpbs.org. Join us again tomorrow to stay up on what's happening in your community. I'm Debbie Cruz. Thanks for listening and have a great day.
KPBS On Demand is supported by Latino Legacy Foundation, presenting their Storyteller series, Reach for the Stars with Ellen Ochoa, the first Latina astronaut, former NASA director, and San Diego native, Sunday, June 29th. More at latinolegacyfoundation.org.